Hey, what's poppin' people? It's your boy, Omega BlankPage, coming at you with another video. And what you guys are going to be watching today is my Toon deck profile. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. This deck is amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a huge Toon fan, and this is probably like one of the oldest archetypes there is in Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, Maximilian Pegasus played this deck in the first season. To see where it's at now, it kind of just blows my mind. The amount of cards that this deck got or is about to get within the TCG and the cards I just got on Yu-Gi-Oh! DevPro. These cards are phenomenal. I mean, Ancient Gear Golem is probably the best Toon monster there is as of right now. And Toon Kingdom is basically just a Toon world on steroids. Freaking Comic Hand and Doppelganger, basically like Snatch Juice, except better. And I don't know, just this deck has a lot of great potential, I think. Honestly, I don't think it's much of a trolley deck anymore. I guess it can be considered a trolley deck still just because of their appearances. I mean, just look at freaking Toon Ancient Gear Golem there. And let's look at Blue Eyes right there. But honestly, I think this deck has a lot of potential. And honestly, I think this deck can become a competitive deck just through Toon Kingdom and Comic Hand and Doppelganger and Ancient Gear Golem themselves. Toon Kingdom basically makes this deck so much more reliable, and Comic Hand, it's like I said, it's basically like a Snatch Steal on steroids along with Doppelganger. And we have our own search engine, Toon Table of Contents. If you want like a Blue Eyes, for instance, let's say from your deck, bam, you guys can just get it with Toon Table of Contents. If you guys want a Dark Magician Girl, bam, there you guys go. If you guys just want an Ancient Gear Golem or a Cyber Dragon or anything, honestly, you guys can basically just get it with Toon Table of Contents. So the search engine with this deck is actually very, very nice. And a lot of cards can actually coincide with the Toons, like the Monarch Stormforth. And a lot of other cards, like Berserker Soul down here. I mean, a lot of cards just really, really help out this deck. And this deck really shines once you start messing around with cards and, get the combos down. I mean, just this deck is just phenomenal, and hopefully you guys also think so. And sorry about that rant. I actually do love Toons, and the support that they've gotten actually makes me really happy. But before I waste any more of your guys' time, and before I jump into the deck profile itself, where I name off every card within the main deck, extra deck, and side deck, I just want to ask you guys to please subscribe down below for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. I only upload Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles like this one, and a lot of other decks out there, competitive decks, fun decks, consistent decks, overall just all decks that I think that are fun to play, and I think that have a great impact on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. And if you guys want the latest, greatest Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles out there, just subscribe down below, and you guys definitely won't regret it. And now I'm just going to jump right into the deck profile itself, where I name off every card, like I said, within the main deck, extra deck, and side deck, and then that'll basically be it for this video. So starting off at the upper left-hand corner of the main deck, I am running 3 Toon Ancient Gear Golem, 2 Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, 2 Toon Dark Magician Girl, 2 Toon Cyber Dragon, 3 Toon Masked Sorcerer, 3 Toon Gemini Elf. That's it for the 2 monsters. For other monsters that are, tuner monsters, 2 Yugioh Usagi. This card is pretty much OP. Basically, if your opponent summons a card or activates an effect that you don't want to happen, basically you can just discard this card from your hand to the graveyard, and then basically negate their summon or negate their effect, and then destroy it. So Yugioh Usagi is actually a very good card, and like I said, it is a tuner. So actually, this card is just phenomenal. I'm also playing 2 Alley of Justice Cyclone Creator, just because of the sole fact that it is a tuner, and it is a dark tuner. And also, if you guys want to discard 1 card from your hand, you can return 1 spell or trap card from the field to the hand equal to the number of face-up tuner monsters on the field. So basically, if your opponent has, just a rather annoying field spell or something, or a continuous spell card on the field, you can just, discard this 1 card from your hand, and then basically just target that card, and then basically just get rid of it. For spell cards within my main deck, I am running 3 Toon Table of Contents, 3 Toon Kingdom, 2 Terraforming to search out your Toon Kingdom. If you guys also want to run a Toon World, you guys definitely can, but Toon Kingdom, like I said, is basically just a Toon World on steroids. I'm also running 2 Comic Hand, 3 Doppelganger, 3 the Monarch Stormforth, 2 MST, and that is it for spells. For traps, I'm playing 2 Scrap Iron Scarecrow, and 2 Fiendish Chain. For extra deck cards, I'm playing 2 Ancient Fairy Dragon. This card works really nicely with Toon Kingdom and a lot of your other field spell cards like Toon World if you guys want to run that. This deck just runs really nicely with that, and that's why it's in here. I'm also running Clearwing Synchro Dragon just because it is probably one of the better level 7 synchro monsters out there. I'm also running 2 Beelzy. That's why we are running Alley of Justice here. You guys can simply just get out Beels or Stardust right here with a level 3 tuner plus a level 5 Toon monster here. And that's basically how you do it. I'm also playing 1 Star Eater. For XC cards, I'm playing 1 Wind Up Zenmaines, 1 Emerald, 1 101, 1 Exiton Knight, 1 Cowboy, and 2 number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. For side deck cards, I'm playing Toon Alligator, Toon Mermaid, Toon Cannon Soldier, and a card that can work really nicely with these Toon cards right here is Berserker Soul. If you guys don't know what Berserker Soul is, basically if you attack your opponent directly with an attack of 1500 or less, basically you can just discard 1 card from your deck to the graveyard 7 times if it is a monster. If you run into a spell or trap card, that effect stops, but every time you discard a monster card from your deck to your graveyard, you get to do 500 damage to your opponent, and basically just keep repeating it 7 times in a row until you run into a spell. And obviously all these Toon cards can attack your opponent directly, except Toon Alligator, and their attacks are all below 1500. Same goes with Toon Masked Sorcerer here, and that is basically all the Toon monsters that have 15 or less attack that can attack your opponent directly. This deck actually works really well, and that is why it's down here in the side deck, just in case you guys want to run it. So I'm running Berserker Soul at 2. I'm also running 2 Hidden Armory, just in case you guys want to search out your comic hand, or if you guys want to search out some other equipped spells. I'm also playing 1 Burial from a Different Dimension, just because of this whole fact of Toon Kingdom's effect where if a Toon monster you control would be destroyed by a battle or by card effect, you can banish 1 card for each of those monsters in the top of your deck face down instead. So basically, this card can banish some of your monsters. So if you guys want to get those monsters back into your graveyard, Burial from a Different Dimension helps, along with 2 DDR Different Dimension Reincarnation, which is also a equip spell. So if you guys want to search it out with Hidden Armor, you guys definitely can. I'm also running 1 Warrior Elimination, just in case you guys are going to up against a Warrior deck, like Ignites or Noble Knights. But be smart with your plays with this card against Ignite decks. If you destroy an Ignite monster, it'll most likely go to the extra deck, so make sure their hand is well depleted before activating this card. If their hand is full, you can accidentally just send all their Warrior monsters to their extra deck, and then the following turn they can probably just get them all back. So make sure their hand is well depleted before activating this card, or else it'll come back to bite you in the butt. For spell cards, I am playing 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror. This card basically just negates light decks like Sworn, Satellar Knights, etc. I'm also playing 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, just in case you guys are going to against a dark deck like Infernoids, Burning Abyss, Shadows, etc. And that is it for the deck profile, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, leave me a thumbs up down there. If you guys have any questions or any concerns or any quests or just any ideas basically about my deck or cards or etc., just leave them down below and I'll get to you guys as soon as I can. And that is basically it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and hopefully you guys are having a spectacular day. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow in my next video. Adios.
Yeah, cause I got it like that. Flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me? Like I'm with whiskey, drinking Jim Beam. Yeah, baby, do it that way? Do you do that? Do you take a ray? You know that I'm